Here is where the revolution begins. The server ignites the rain on a gaming pitch, but the receiver, with special ability and strength, turns the game to a win-win. Let's change the game with our own Made in NAIJA. Don't inherit the ruins. Don't make Made in NAIJA inferior. Indeed, here is where the revolution begins. 'Cause to change our world, we have to change ourselves. Encourage Made in NAIJA product. Be the change you daily want. Believe in NAIJA. Pride in NAIJA. Rock product NAIJA.
You're welcome. I'll say once again that you're welcome because in case you're just seeing this content for the very first time, you are right behind time because this is your number one, the favorite, the most beautiful TV program in Nigeria that talks about made in Nigeria product. This program we dissect, we discuss in depth of everything you need to know about made in Nigeria product right here. And of course, I am your host, Ezekiel the Cop. So you know what? If you are right there listening to me, I would ask that you turn up the volume of your device because today's episode is one of a kind. Today, I shall be discussing like ever before with a very beautiful, very nice, very simple, and of course, very educative made in Nigeria producer on the program today. This particular person is very interesting. I can't wait to let you see who I have right here on the program with me. Today, I have with me the creative director, Couture. Of course, he's right here on the program today. But before I let you see him, I would want that we go see through his works and, of course, his workspace. I'll be right back. You're welcome back. Like I did say, you're not ready for the episode of today on Product NAIJA. Ladies and gentlemen, I have someone super special in the building right here with me in the studio today. And of course, like I did say before, it's someone that you would want to listen to. I have right here with me Mr. Olokuntoye Omoalade Iyanu, the creative director, Penova Couture. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll for Penova. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Very well. Very well.
Let's start from what's going on. Like, we invited you to come to this studio to talk Product NAIJA, and then you came to kill the show. Like, you're rating from 1 to 10, you are breaking the scale. What's going on?
I had a rumor that we were coming with the bazooka, so I had to steal my game now.
all right. So that's you guys' business.
Thank you.
Today we're discussing something very interesting and something you would love to always talk about. You know, when it comes to discussing footwear and discussing lifestyle, discussing dressing, and discussing, you know, lifestyle generally, right? The best person to call for such a conversation would be you, the creative director of Penova Couture, because of how far your job, your works have spoken for you, right? In the creative space, right here where we are. So I want to understand, it bothers me so much why someone like you would even start a brand in the first place. Why would you not, because of your personality and your look and how the drive you have in pushing your business, don't you think, or people would normally want to think it will make you more money when you just relax and sell people's product, product that have names, product that, they already have the market, product that you won't struggle to build a brand around, like one of these big names I can't mention right now. So what is that motivation, or what really did make you say, okay, I want to start Penova Couture, I want to build my own brand? And most importantly, why did you choose to make made in Nigeria products?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Let me say for a start that I'm privileged to be here sitting with one of the finest OAP in the city and discussing this question of intent that I've always loved to discuss all the time. Firstly, I think my motivation has been in three ways. Like you said, why can't I just sit and probably market a ready-made brand and probably own a boutique? I did that too.
You did?
And that's where I had my most of my marketing skills and all like that. And that was one of the motivation that pushed me to have my own brand. Why do I have to market a replica product and I'm selling it that good? Why don't I just invest this energy into my own personal brand, a made in Nigerian brand, and let's see how far it goes. That's my first motivation. Secondly, I'm a lover of fashion myself. I'm a lover of footwears, and I had to like think around and see the cost of buying all these things. It's really high. So I was like, okay, why don't I just try and
for myself,
learn this thing and let me try for myself. Let me just learn this thing at all. So those were the motivation. So my motivation is still revolves around those squares of what you said in the first place. That why didn't I just start up and?
But I'll tell you what, it's quite difficult for you to move and transition from selling known products to wanting to create yours. It's lots of courage, right?
Yeah.
So did you like shut down the boutique where you were selling other people's products, or at first when you started, like some people would do, you would start mixing up, the ones you created with the ones that are already available?
The funny thing starting up was more
How
like
did you start it?
Yeah, I started more like a dropshipper. I started fashion as a dropshipper.
Okay, dropshipping means
I think,
those that don't know.
Yes, dropshipping means is a three-way thing of a producer, an intermediary, then the consumer.
Okay.
So it's more like you sending out the products of other people's product without even owning a store. I tell young people these days that that's one of the fastest growing industry that people don't really see. Yeah, that is a very big prospect. Dropshipping is a very great prospect. So that's one thing. So the transition, it wasn't that easy like I thought.
Okay.
But it was worth it at the end of the day and all like that. So I did this thing from my 100 level. I started selling made in Nigeria at the end of the day, but replica products.
Okay.
And it was really fast growing and all.
Educators, right? How do you mean replica products? Do I hear you say there's this known brand, and then Nigerians will now make that kind of product in Nigeria that same product, but they made Nigerian version of that product. That's what you mean by replica.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, you won't see a ready-made original Gucci for 50,000 naira. So if you're wearing a 50,000 naira Gucci, I can still tell you that you're wearing a replica. So
what I hear you say is most of these products that people think are foreign products.
Yeah, they are still made in Nigeria.
They are still made in Nigeria.
Exactly.
Therefore, the made in Nigeria product is quite bigger than just some people like Pearl Nova doing their stuff and then tagging it Pearl Nova. That some of these products that people think is not made in Nigeria, they are still made in Nigeria.
Made in Nigeria is just a status symbol they want you to just have in your head and all like that.
What do you mean by status symbol? I hear you say that every time when we're discussing or when you're discussing on forums and conferences, you always use that word status symbol. Like, what does it mean in I know why I'm asking this because we're going to get there. What does it mean? Help us understand what status symbol means.
The status symbol is just
fashion
okay.
and footwear and Nigeria usage of fashion.
Okay, status symbol is more like the value attached to a product just because of the name.
The name, right?
Yes. Okay, so it's more like you wearing a shoe. What are you wearing? I'm wearing Gucci.
Or Prada.
Do you know exactly what people, the perspective are seeing? Like, this guy is expensive.
Right.
So that's the concept of status symbol.
So why do you think there's this bias in Nigeria, as it concerns purchase of footwear, that people would prefer to buy a replica, that's where we're coming from, right, of a product that is not made overseas but still made in Nigeria, but they'll prefer to wear that replica because it has a branded name, than the one that is properly made and prettily done in Nigeria.
To quality.
And of course, more quality than the replica. Why do you think there's this bias, in this space?
Yes, the bias still comes from the African, the black mentality of maintaining a status, a Western status. Okay. Like, I'm wearing a product made from Italy. I'm wearing a product made from, you understand, we've been psycho-washed to think anything that comes from outside
is of
more quality than what we have here.
Right here.
So it's a proud thing that comes from, let me say, mental slavery right from time. Is something that has been happening from time.
And footwear is something that people would always want to demand for. So the demand is always very high.
Very high.
So whether people making replica or people making remade Nigeria products, the demand on footwear, be it whatever this beautiful
Peace, yeah.
piece you're wearing right here, or sneakers or shoe, demand will be right there. All right.
Right there,
So how do you think, or how are you guys handling such a demand, large demand of footwear in this space in Nigeria?
Come again, large demand in what way?
Large demand in the sense that we're saying there's a replica of this foreign footwear. All right. Some people prefer to use a replica. Some people even know that they are not buying the written, right? But because that's what their money can afford, they would want to buy it. They would want to just go for it. All right. While some persons are wanting to get the what's it called now? The properly made, that I know this is made in Nigeria product, all right? So therefore means that there's lots of demand. There should be a lot of demand in the industry generally, not just in your space or in your business, but generally for everybody making made in Nigeria products. So I'm asking right now, how are you guys handling? How are the made in Nigeria shoe manufacturers handling the demand for made in Nigeria products, be it replica or properly tagged, made in Nigeria products? I do think we're handling the demand enough.
Yes, the thing is, we as a bespoke industry presently,
Right.
I think any likely brand, any bespoke industry should do more for their brand rather than looking outward for trying to replicate other people's brand. No, a brand is more than just the name alone,
Right.
and also you're selling out a reputation. So I've not seen anyone trying to supply a demand of a replica.
So people are more intentional about
Yes.
supplying, this is my brand, this
This
is
is my
made in
brand and
Nigeria.
this is my product and this is what you're buying.
In doing that particular supply, do you think that these producers are prioritizing the speed of meeting those demand of people wanting to wear, bespoke shoe?
A bespoke shoe.
Yeah, bespoke shoe made in Nigeria shoe. Do you think made in Nigeria producers are prioritizing the speed and the availability of these products in mass, in large quantity, over the quality of the products? Because what we give to Nigerians, they will just take it, because
like that.
we already know many of them cannot buy the Gucci, I mean, they can't buy the Prada, they can't buy those big brands. So do you think made in Nigeria producers are prioritizing the speed of, let me quickly do this, all right, or let me make it in large quantity because they're just going to get it, over the quality of the product itself? And how do you think, if they are doing that kind of prioritization, how does it really affect the market right now?
Okay, the thing is, first thing I would say is, as a brand owner, a bespoke brand owner, one thing you should prioritize more is your quality. And you should not even undermine your quality or try to demean your quality to efficiency.
Right.
There's always a way to, there's an equilibrium way to deal with all that. So I think one thing you should prioritize first is your quality.
But
No
the
matter
truth
time
is,
is going to
some
take.
people do prioritize mass production, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
you are saying what's best to do is to prioritize
Your
the
quality first.
Okay.
Yes. It's best to prioritize your quality and sell to people who understand the quality of what you're giving them. And I talked about an equilibrium then. The equilibrium is for the fact that you should have a time frame, an official time frame for any of your product. Don't over promise and under deliver. So the thing is, have a specific time frame of quality production. Okay, someone texts you and okay, I need to sew shoe, and you know for sure that you can't meet up this shoe in 3 days. You can't make this shoe in 3 days. You don't have to promise 3 days. At the end of the day, if you know you can meet up in 5 days, I will advise you to promise 7 days. Because there's always
That's
best.
the 101
Yeah.
industry coming from Renova, right?
So when I was going to go into this business, there's this popular orientation of how the Nigerian bespoke fashion designer as a whole they will always they won't meet up. They will always
give you problems. They will stay in your white when you're at your
those are one of those
and
things.
Not just shoemakers though.
Not shoemakers, tailors and all too. So I just had to look into that, and I never liked that right from time. I hate people who do that and all. So I was like, okay, how do I come into this? Okay, I'm going to give a specific time frame that is going to be longer than my production dates. If I know I'm going to meet up in 3 days, I'll give you 6 days. So one thing is best for me to surprise the customer rather than disappointing you. What if you order something I told you 7 days and I'm delivering it in 5 days? So how would you feel?
So now let's take it up, right?
Okay.
Because as concerning this discourse on how speed and massive production affects productivity, and of course affects the general footwear market in Nigeria, we've taken this question to the street, and of course we've gone on the street to ask Nigerians to know what they feel, how the market, is being affected by reason of the fact that a lot of producers a lot of made in Nigeria producers, as concerning footwear, want to flood the market with products, I want to speedily deliver products, all right? And then we got some feedback. Let's go right now and see what the street has to say.
Have to consider the area, the country, the state, the environment before you can consider maybe massive production or quality. Right now, the problem I think we are having in Nigeria is we need to consider the population. We are over 200 million people here, and right now, I think producing massively is definitely going to solve a lot of problems because when you produce, you pay attention to quality. Of course, definitely. A vast majority might not be able to afford. So I think producing massively and affordable for the mass is the way to solve the problem. So solving the problem is what I think people should pay attention to over quality. So it's not about maybe producing massively and not paying attention to quality. That shouldn't be the question. The question should be, what is the problem that we are facing now? Definitely, the problem we are facing now is about what people can afford. So when you produce massively, definitely it's going to solve the present problem.
You're welcome back. So you heard that, right?
Okay.
The feedbacks are lot of Nigerians actually.
The thing is, people have perspective, different perspective
different
of things,
perspective,
and all,
right?
and there is no lies in lots of what
What they
people
are
say.
saying.
And
But
all that.
let's discuss on most of the angles they raise. Some places actually do feel like because the market has lots of products, it's actually disturbing attention to people really doing it right.
Yes.
Not really quality. There are some persons that take time, like you did say. I tell them from delivering products in 4 days. I tell them, okay, it's going to be ready in 7 days, just to ensure that I give it at the best, right? The fact that the market is flooded right now, lots of places want to produce, because like I did say before, like we had established, there's high demand in the footwear industry in Nigeria. So what do you think about what people are saying that the higher the flooding of the market, the lower the quality available, and the lesser Nigerians are interested in wanting to patronize made in Nigeria products?
Yes. I think this like we said earlier, where there are challenges, there are always solutions to it. I think one of the challenges, what you said, the challenge of mass production at the end of the day, the quality, substandard, and all like that. And that's why the bespoke firm is always the solution to challenges like that.
But the truth is, not everyone can afford.
That's the bespoke firm, right? Yeah, the thing is,
and their products.
Like now is a problem, and we're giving them a solution. Then people are meant to like choose on their own at the end of the day. The bespoke firm is always the solution to things like that. The bespoke firm are people who make these things to your own specifications and all like that. And that's what our brand does also. That's what Pearl Nova is all about. We're a bespoke firm. I'll make this production. It's a challenge when people really want to do the mass production at the end of the day, delivering low quality. So the second question is the timing also. The
speed at which to produce and just bring it out, right?
Yes. The thing is, as a bespoke shoemaker, I'm going to discuss like a bespoke shoemaker of myself. Right. You don't like I said before, you don't over promise and under deliver. Okay. So it's even best to under promise than over deliver at the end of the day. So you understand?
There's this confidence that
I'm definitely going to meet up this time. Don't be under the pressure of customers saying, I need this time. No. Just you should have an official time frame for your job. If you know you're going to meet up this job in 5 days, kindly promise 7 days.
You are the one in the industry, right?
Yes.
Apart from the fact that it floods the market with, the mass production and speed, right? Floods the market with a whole lot of substandard products. And, what else do you think, or how else do you think this mass production and speed of most companies, I want to talk about most companies right now. I didn't want to mention, but our brothers in the south and in the east,
Yeah, I understand.
they are doing a lot.
Yeah, sure.
If you go to some places, Onitsha, Aba, some places inside Lagos, you need to see the speed at which they are producing shoes. Most of them are replica. Most of them are even making Nigeria products. But because they want to massively produce and at a shorter time, like we're discussing right now, there are a lot of products in the market. How do you think this kind of action affects the market? Apart from it's just bringing substandard products, how does it affect people like you that are more intentionally about serving Nigerians?
It affects a lot.
With the best.
Yeah, it affects a lot because at the end of the day, our reputation is at stake.
They go say all of
Reputation
them are not shoemakers. They don't say
there's a bespoke shoe. There are bespoke shoemakers and there are the random shoemakers out there too. So it's at the end of the day, it affects the name shoemaker itself. It affects the reputation of that name shoemaker and all like that. So it's a really big challenge we are facing. But I think the government should be a regulatory body for stores that are being produced there. Then they're employing more labor than having lesser labor. Then if you really want to meet up time and you want to create a real massive job, then employ more laborers then. Employ more skills and all like that, instead of having a very minute labor and giving them a whole bunch of jobs.
Like you say, what I hear you say is we can't take away the fact that these people, they are instrumental.
Yeah, they are instrumental to the Nigerian shoemaking industry. Yes,
right?
the Nigerian
what I hear
shoemaking
you say is
brand.
that if they have to do it, then they
should regulate the quality.
They should regulate the quality, right?
Yes.
They should regulate the amount of labor force.
Yes, exactly.
Put into it, right?
Exactly.
So what else do you think, apart from what the government should do, what else do you think people that knows what should be done, or individuals or private companies, producing shoes, what else do you think they should do? Because if we are to leave everything for the government, the country we're in.
Yes, as far as I'm still saying, there should be a regulatory body, either governmental or private. There should be a regulatory body of knowing, okay, this is the amount of products you're producing, that you must have at least so number of skilled labor that are into this amount of shoes. So there should be a regulatory body for that. And then there should be a regulatory body also for the kind of material used. Because at the end of the day, that's where the issues. You can even see a shoe with nice finesse, like finishing is so superb. But at the end of the day, the materials used are so substandard that you can't even use them. It doesn't even stand the test of time. You understand? So I think there should be a regulatory body for all those things.
And this is it, right? There should be a regulatory body. The government should come in, but you would agree with me, like everyone watching right now, that the shoemaking industry right now is a very fast growing industry in Nigeria.
Excellent, definitely.
And a whole lot is happening in the industry. And it's really permitted that it's about time we began to regulate it, just like we'll be talking about, right?
Exactly.
So how can we regulate this industry, all right, to improve productivity of the industry and of course make it stay afloat? In that, with time, we would even begin to not just consume, but also export our own products. How can we, regulate, manage, make the most of this very fast-growing industry in Nigeria? This very question I'm asking you right now. I also took it to the straight and also asked Nigerians what they think of how the fast-growing shoemaking industry in Nigeria can be regulated for higher productivity. Let's see what they have to say. We'll be right back.
In order for them to be regulation and full maximization of the industry, I think first of all, there needs to be a criteria of judgment, because make they get maybe body, a regulatory body where we say they watch out production of these shoes and ensure say the qualities of shoes where they produce out there now of good qualities, and make sure say okay, let them be like a watch, like, or let me call it like a judgment kind of thing. You say people will feel tell if you rate this shoe, you go see people reviews over some certain productions go determine. If this is Mr. A shoe better pass Mr. B, they don't say okay, Mr. B shoe they last, I don't buy them for you can be able to use one or two things to be able to judge between this certain company and the other company. In that case, the best is going to stand out from the rest, and with that there'll be more production of quality shoes in Nigeria.
Welcome back. It's always beautiful getting reactions from the street. You can't predict what Nigerians would say when you put mic on them and of course ask them questions concerning issues like this. Well, thank you very much for all of your feedbacks. But the questions is still very, really salient, right? How can we maximize the fact that there are lots of, productions happening? How can we maximize the workforce? We can't take away the fact, like we were saying, because we know already on this program that these people producing footwear at large quantity, with speedy effect, in the south, in the east, some parts of Lagos, we know how instrumental they are in this space, and of course how they're helping us meet demand. And we can't say that they are not doing well, but the salient question would be, how can we really regulate? There's a difference between governmental regulation and internal regulation, right? How can we regulate them to improve and of course maximize quality to help us move from we just consuming products to exporting products from Nigeria and of course gaining global recognition for the work made in Nigeria footwear producers are doing. Do you get it?
Yeah, well, I think one advice I would really put down for that is that bodies like this that make large productions and all, they should try as much as possible to set up a certain structure that helps them to control the quality. There should be a quality control section. There should be a structure for people doing this and that. And then again, they should spend more on industrializing the business. You know, machines make work quite, if they really want that efficiency, if it's quite important, then they should employ more machines that would be more efficient than the way it was. Then the structure should be there.
Wait, what you're saying is, apart from government regulating the business, you're saying these people, maybe in one local place producing massively, irrespective of whether the spotlight is beamed on them or not, or they are gaining recognition or not, they themselves should do better for themselves because they listen to us
internally,
right? They can do better than just flooding the market with products and internally trying, right? That's
to control the quality.
What I hear you say is, you know, I understand mechanical engineering to a level that there's something called a CNC machine that when you program how, for example, now you want to make soap and you program 5,000 soap or 10,000 soap or 50 soap with the same quality of material. If you ensure that one of it is quality according to that programming, then you can be assured that 10 or 20 or 50. So what I hear you say is they should internally regulate the products and the quality of the outcome, right?
Exactly. They should internally regulate it. And unfortunately for the shoemaking firm, like you said earlier, you said you did engineering and there's a way you can program the whole thing. Sure. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we really have that kind of...
No, but you said industrialization and mechanisms.
Yes, mechanism like we have cutting machines. We have lots of other machines that do, not like one machine making the whole thing at a time. You understand that? Right. So I think they should spend more on the skill part of it, which is the labor part of it, they should put more into it than just having short labor and trying to produce massively. You know, when you have the large expanse of labor and all that, you can easily produce more at each person's convenience. So each person can put in the right work for probably, okay, this is 10 shoes I'm supposed to make and all like that. So let's just have enough labor to meet up the massive demand you're getting.
I get it.
Yes, and make sure you have a quality control sector. That's very, very important.
That's beautiful.
So the quality control is more like people standing in as the that moment and they're acting as the end user, saying like, oh, no, why would I wear something like, oh no, this is the issue, this is the issue with this. They are bringing in the feedback from the street, like you said now, to the company. So on.
If government is to regulate, the shoemaking industry in Nigeria, let's start to paint a picture. Right? How do you think that regulation would be? In my head, what I mean by regulation is government should create a strict rule. I don't know how to look, but I'm just trying to suggest it. I'm not in your industry.
Yeah,
but I'm just trying to see, is it possible that government bring one governmental policy that for the next 1 year, 6 months, there should be no foreign importation of footwear?
No, I think there was a time something like that was supposed to implement. They were supposed to implement something like that. I think they did it with what we eat.
Right.
We tried, and they were like, okay, we don't want importation of rice anymore. So that can be done also.
Because I know at some point, a particular country I know that they did it for vehicles, all right, and just one particular vehicle was allowed to come in the country. And with time, everyone in the country was using that particular vehicle, right?
Yeah, it's very, very possible for government to do that. I wouldn't lie to you, and it's going to really, it's not even going to help the food making industry. It's going to help the GDP.
It's country itself.
You understand? Okay, the fact
when
is,
we produce,
imagine we consuming what we are producing. You understand? Even at the end of the day, the cost of even getting all these things, of getting a footwear will even be lesser than what it is now.
Okay, I think I get it, right? I get it. And I feel like if this regulation, can start from we stopping importation,
it's
even
going
if
to be a big
stopping
win.
importation completely, but at least stopping importation on, we talk about GDP, right? It will not only improve the GDP of the country, but it, at least I feel like it will boost the confidence of. I feel like it will boost the confidence of the producer himself that we are the only ones available right now to serve the Nigerian populace, right?
Yeah, we even really have a
also
positive influence in a lot of things.
And it's also being spotlight.
Yes, exactly, on the footwear
people
making.
that are doing well.
Yes, and it will really expand our scale of preference once it comes to career.
Okay.
Now you can't see a child now just saying I want to be a shoemaker. Why? The shoemaking industry is more like a good mind, but you can't. The drive is not there. It's really people don't really have this large square of career like that. But okay, imagine now as a footwear maker, you're seeing you're generating income steadily and you're making money, and little children are saying that that person is a shoemaker and he's living fine. You know, a child can just grow up and say I want to be a shoemaker.
You know,
Why not?
When we come back from the break, and we'll discuss, what's happening to the career, why many persons are not wanting to go into it. When we also come back from this break, we'll discuss something very serious, that's concerning export of this particular product and how the global spotlight can be beamed on this product. We talked about importing footwear, but now we're going to talk about how we export products from Nigeria, and of course, what we can do better to ensure that our product gets global recognition. Please don't go anywhere. We're going to break right now. When we come back, there'll be lots more with turnover right here on Product Nigeria. I'll be right back.
I support the movement.
I support the movement.
Patronize Made in NAIJA.
Rock Made in NAIJA.
Product NAIJA.
All right, welcome back. Right now, right here, I'm still with the creative director of Couture.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
This fine young gentleman doing super well, of course, in the footwear industry, right? Thank you very much for staying up until this time.
Thank you very much.
We're going to discuss, another angle of this whole conversation. All right. Now we've discussed government regulation. We've talked about your interests. You can see what you're doing in the space. But the truth is, made in Nigeria products is not really gaining too much attention. Just the same way, or likened to the way that other countries are putting their products in our faces.
Exactly.
Right? In the US, if we want to get foreign stuff, gadgets, clothes, shoes, it's just easy for us to, this is where we're going to get it from. Many people travel from Nigeria to other countries for tourism's sake. And when Nigerians know where to go, if they want to get good stuff or they want to get good, experience as it concerns tourism. But the question right now should be, do the world know where to go? What platform to check? Who to meet if they want to get made in Nigerian products? And that's why I think it's important that we discuss how accessible is it that people all over the world can get and lay their hand on made in Nigeria products. Is it really accessible? From the angle of government, from the angle of the producers, you people doing this.
Yeah, I think that's
accessible.
That's a real big part of the also for us presently.
Tell me.
For the fact that we've not really had this governmental backup as such as SMEs and mini bespoke brands and all like that is a really big challenge presently. But thank God for the Nigerian Exports Promotion Council.
The council.
Yeah, there's a council, Nigerian Export Promotion, NEPC.
All right.
Yes, I think they are into non-oil exportation. Non-oil products in Nigeria.
Not petroleum products.
Yeah, not petroleum.
Because that's
our biggest export. So the NEPC, our bodies are into the non-oil products of the whole thing. So you could probably get a certification with them and reach out to global audience. But that aside, because the marketing. Yes, that's where I'm going to. Okay. I think it should be done technically more than the way it is now. Okay. We can see the likes of the AliExpress, the Alibaba, like we said earlier.
Where
you can easily access. I know one thing about business is accessibility is a very big part of business that you can't undermine.
Right.
Like accessibility, easy access to your business will give you more leverage over every other person.
I agree.
So I think this are part of one of those things we should probably invest in. To just get the proper accessibility we're supposed to get.
So what I hear you say is this agency of government, right? It's very effective and it works.
Very effective, and I think people are not really taking advantage of it as much as they should.
So for shoemakers listening right now, what I'm hearing say is that there's an agency of government called...
Yeah, and they have offices everywhere.
It's called...
Nigeria Exports Promotion Council, NEPC.
Nigeria Export Promotion Council. That products that are not oil or petrol related is what they are.
That's what the
area of specialization
exactly,
is to promote it and push it. All right. So that's what government will do.
And they're always open to everyone to.
Okay, but that's like government's measure to improve accessibility on made in Nigeria products, right? But how about individuals or people like you in the industry? What would you people do?
Yes.
Or,
Individually, I think I would advise SMEs like me and people who are into this business and fashion business as a whole, in general, to at least make use of the social media, then tech. Let's at least, I think products like this should have a website, a website that could easily reach everywhere. Then we'll call something Google Business also. I think every product, any business should have a Google Business, Google My Business and all. I think that's what will give you that international visibility. You see, easily you could just go online and they should be able to type your brand and see the whole thing.
For promotion, how do you do your promotion?
Yeah,
how do you advise that other people do promotion to help improve global coverage? Because the promotion we do is mainly to win Nigerians just wanting to see made Nigeria products. But we can't keep selling to ourselves, all right? Apart from visibility, what kind of promotion should we be doing? How do you do yours to ensure that our product goes farther than our shows?
Yes, the thing is there are two aspects. I think you should work more on your reputation so you can get referrals. That's a very primary one. Then one thing is I tell people you don't set up a business, a 1 million naira business without having a 300,000 naira budget for marketing. Yeah, is a very unwise thing to do. You don't set up, you don't invest that much without having a marketing structure and all like that. So, like myself, I spend a lot on marketing especially sponsored ads and all. Lots of people don't even have sponsored ads. How would I put it? But at the end of the day, this is what's giving you coverage everywhere. You should have a budget for all these things. There should always be a budget for your marketing, sponsored ads, different platforms. We have lots of platforms present. We have Spotify. We have what was it called? Is it this new platform? I've forgotten the name. Sorry, I've forgotten the name. Yeah. We have all this Conga. You can easily have a store on them and all like that. We have Flutterwave doing very good. I think
one's very important point you said, one very important thing you said, that I think everybody should pinpoint is that apart from we doing the promotion of pushing out and everything, reputation is very important. You've actually reiterated how reputation can keep a business afloat.
Yes,
when you
definitely.
said the timing, and remember what we started from why you went into the business. You're like, in my business, I don't want people to go with that stereotype that shoemakers will always waste your time. So that reputation will help promote.
Most definitely.
We're talking promotion right now, right? Would help promote your business, and of course, that reputation would help keep your business,
the business afloat. Yes.
So the chain would be, your reputation would bring about,
referrals.
Referrals improves your visibility. Visibility take your business global, and of course, from starting at your backyard to your shoemaking brand becoming a global, phenomenon. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're always welcome.
What else you want to say?
No. One thing like I said,
I'm asking what you would want to tell your customers, friends, people watching right now, because we're wrapping up.
Yeah, I think one thing we need to do is to sensitize people on letting them know that the Nigerian made products are not fake. Yes, the Nigerian made product.
The fact that it's made in Nigeria doesn't mean it's fake.
I think we need to change the whole idea, the whole narrative. We need to change it.
And the fact that it's made in Nigeria does not mean it's less of quality than the foreign ones.
Exactly, it's not even less of quality. Most of these foreign ones.
No, I'm saying it doesn't mean it is. The fact that it's made in Nigeria.
Yes.
And most made in Nigeria products are even more
quality than what you're even seeing. At the end of the day, as far as you're using the quality leather and all like that, we have lots of brands who are doing really great now. Like myself, like in Pearl Nova, we're doing really great with our quality, the quality of our leathers and all like that. So we are putting so much in this, and we're expecting people to come through and at least appreciate the Nigerian craft and all like that. And like you said before, it will really be wise of the government to probably shut down the importation of most of these things. So let us feed on what we have available. Yeah, it will really be a very great move. And to the glory of God, we have people who are even outside the country who even patronize us here in Nigeria, because they've seen they can tell that these things are very, very interwoven and all like that. So and brands out there should secure their reputation at a very great extent, because at the end of the day, it's not even their reputation they are securing. They are securing the reputation of the Nigerian made product itself. So
where do you see this industry in like 5 years' time? Not just let's start from
the shoemaking industry.
The shoemaking industry. Where do you see the shoemaking industry in 5 years' time? And then, of course, where do you see your brand in 5 years' time?
I think the shoemaking industry in 5 years' time is going really. It has gone really global. But I think we're going to be going more into lot of other spaces that I've not even gone into in 5 years' time, most definitely. Because we have lots of, I'm Pelnova Couture.
Right?
Yeah, Pelnova Couture. In 5 years, most definitely. We are global already.
Right.
But I definitely will we're looking into, at least in 5 years' time, having our own space outside where people can at least access our product outside, definitely. And it's going to be, it's a reality already, not even.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
We've been discussing with the creative director, Pelnova Couture, and of course, it's been a very interesting, of course, beautiful conversation. I'm sure shoemakers, those interested in shoemaking, of course, footwear generally, have learned a lot from this very insightful, very stylish, very educative, shoemaker. They want shoemaker and shoe producer.
No, the
when
shoemaker
you tell
is...
shoemaker, like shoemaker. No Nigerians will like name. I'm a shoe producer.
No, the funniest thing is I even enjoy being called a shoemaker. It's a big win for me.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much. You're always welcome.
Before we go out of this show, there's something we like to do, and of course, because this show is about promoting made in Nigeria and products. All right. So we want to know if you support the movement, because this program is about supporting and of course promoting made in Nigeria.
Most definitely.
So tell us right
Sure. So hi, Olokuntoye Omoalade Iyanu, the creative director of Pelnova Couture. I support the movement, patronize made in Nigeria products.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
It's really a pleasure discussing with you.
The pleasure is mine.
I must say you have a lot of strong wealth of insight concerning this business you've chosen to do.
Yeah, it comes with intent, so it's effortless.
And I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
We wish to see you at that big place, global market you wish to be.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining on the program today. It has actually been a very beautiful and, of course, insightful time discussing with our very guest right here, Pelnova. And I would ask that you continue to follow us everywhere. And, of course, you wait for another episode of your favorite TV program, Product India. From all of us right here at the studio, my name remains Ezekiel the Cop, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.